Well, hey everybody, check out this large gnome that I've just made. It's for my yard. It is big. I'm gonna try to photograph this or film this. And, it's all in pieces. There's without the feet. And then everything is cut. And then you got to put it all back together, like the nose and stuff. It's just everything is hand-drawn, hand-carved, textured. We'll put the nose back on it. The star's the same way. Just a lot of painting here. The hat's all carved. There's the star. Now this is going to go out in my front yard. The shoes and stuff. And like I said, I made like a little boot. There's the sew and stuff. Just, just something simple. Made all out of pine and scrap and, what have you. But they're a large gnome. It's a big one. And then I've got this gnome finally finished carved. Now I'm getting ready to paint it. It's 100% carved now. I'm satisfied. A lot of work in these big gnomes. This one right here is about 95% done. Gotta carve the pockets right here, stuff like that. Knocked out that little gnome at Burger King yesterday, just chit-chatting. And that little gnome right there, my magnet gnomes naturally. Just having fun. Yes, I am. Well, anyway, like I said, just having fun with the gnomes, and I like carving gnomes. Some people are tired of them, but I don't. I like carving them. So anyway, but I started out the other day on the angel, So let's just, let's jump back on here. There's so much involved on this angel. So let's get you down. You don't want to look at the old man. Nope, you don't. Yeah, let's just see here. Well, I forgot my apron, but I just forgot it. But anywho. We're starting to flute the dress. That's just all we're doing. We're going to flute this dress. Can you see, folks? I hope so. It's very hard to do this. Taking that out. Here's my neighbor mowing his grass. Mowed mine yesterday. Woo! Either I'm getting older and just slower, or definitely getting older. It took me 2 hours to mow my little grass. I had to stop and rest, and not as young as I used to be. Things hurt every day, I'm telling you. We're just fluting her dress. Give her some style. Yeah, just very simple. It's gonna have these flutes in it, and then there's gonna be one right in through here and everything. Sorry for the noise, folks. I hope you can hear me. They're mowing the yard out there. I do have my shop door closed. I'm glad that I was gonna do this on the porch, but I'm glad I wasn't. I tell you what, it's a beautiful day out. I've been sitting outside all day, whittling and building. I did that gnome all outside. Set up my sawhorses, and I've actually got 2 days in that gnome of getting things carved and making doodaddies, and then my Google brain telling me things that it wanted and stuff like that. A lot of rough in. Alright, we're getting her. You can see how it's starting to dish right here. Yeah, it's getting there. Just a lot of rough in. I want her dress look like she's just floating and flowing and just wind's catching it and just making it move. That's what I'm seeing. I hope you understand that. You know, I just decided the other day, I've been contemplating a new gnome. I have another gnome that it's red, white, and blue. I love anything that's red, white, and blue. I'm going to say that till I fall over. But I just wanted another gnome. I build all my own yard art stuff that I set out in my yard for different seasons. And, well, 4th of July is coming and wanted something new. And I still got something in my brain. I just don't have the wood right now. I've got to pick up some wood. And so I can eventually, I don't know if it's going to get made this year or build it this winter and put it out for next year. Don't know yet. The bigger gnome that I do, it's a phenomenal gnome. It takes a lot of wood. I've only made one for me, and I had a friend of mine that lived here, and he asked me to make one for his mother. So I did. I've only built 2 of them because it is so expensive and so big. It's massive. And it takes a lot of work just to do it. Oh yeah. You can see, I don't need it, but I know where the center is. And it's kind of an off center because she's flowing like this. You don't want a straight line. You gotta keep it in your head because this is gonna flow. This is flowing this way. This is coming this way. This is going this way. Got to keep it in your brain of how things are going to be flowing. Need the other chisel. When I was a kid, I made chisels out of spoons. I take an old spoon and file on a sandstone rock, and I didn't have nothing fancy. I didn't even know what I was doing. I just could see it. I had an idea of what I would need to accomplish what I wanted. So I just started making. And then I met a gentleman that did blacksmith and showed me some tricks. My first knife, it broke because I had the heat off wrong. I broke because it was just, I heated it wrong. But, you gotta live and learn. No one's perfect. Yeah. And all this edge here, the strong edge right here, it's all going to get laid over. All this edge right here will get laid over. Just like this. You lose them hard edges. Mm-hmm. Yeah, love it. And now get my palm chisels out and finish this properly in here. So I need a smaller chisel. See how I've done the wing right there? She's all dished out. No, it's not done. This wing hasn't even got started yet. 1 minute, folks. Yeah, I got a lot of gnomes to paint, which I've got 4 of them back there that I'm painting right now. Little magnet gnomes. I like my magnet gnomes. They're simple and eats up a lot of my scrap and stuff like that. You've seen me use these quite a bit. I've had these for years. I mean, these things are very old and in perfect shape. Great for detail, shaping. I would love to have these when I was a child. Oh my Lord, would I ever. I got these probably when I was in my late 30s. Or maybe even a little, yeah. Oh, maybe even earlier than that. Yeah, I think even beginning 30s. I bought these and just, as soon as I put them in my hand and used it one time, I'm like, wow. I was shocked how good they carved and everything. I found a set from my good friend Larry Miller when he was alive, because I got him recarving. And then when he passed, I don't know what happened to his carving equipment and his tools and things that I drawed. I was hoping that, you know, somebody in the family would have picked it up and do it, but there's no one in his family that carves. So it's so sad to know that his equipment and his legacy is probably just wasting away in a closet. You know, and I would have bought everything from him. And I mean, he wanted to carve tikis and stuff, so I drawed him personal drawings of myself, you know, of tikis that I draw for myself. Because, you know, I love this man. He served our country. He was a World War II vet, and he was my best friend. His name was Larry Miller. A true hero to the flag, 100%. Fought, served our country, and gave blood at 21 years old on the battlefields of Germany. That's a hero right there, folks. I don't care what anybody says. That's 100% hero. True American. And I won't be ashamed to say I love that man. He was just a extremely very good friend. Yes, he was. And I deeply miss him. Our conversations, us carving together, just general stuff. I miss it. But I love all military men and women. I always did say that once you serve the flag and stand for our country and you stand for the flag, you are now my brother and sister. I'm not ashamed to tell any military man, woman out there that I love them, because they signed a piece of paper saying that they would die for me, and that's something that I can never repay. So the only thing I can do is give 100% respect. Once you come to my shop, there's an American flag hanging on my shop. There's American flags out in my yard, and there's an American flag on my porch, hanging above my porch. And if you go in my house, there's an American flag above my couch. I'm 100% American. That's all I represent. Don't represent nothing else. So, that's just me. Yes. Alrighty. Let's just see what Well, dropped him off. He done dove off. Let's just see what he looks like here. A little sandy Rudy here. I can see the dress better. This here needs to go whoop way over. Whoop, 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 way over. Extremely way over. Now, it's too flat. It's down in here over. So, I'm going to have to carve this way. Get rid of all that. Come in here. Yeah. That dress is going to flare that way. Flare. Well, my new signs on my barn have worked. Made some of my money back that I've put out for advertising, so that's a blessing. But you can't make money unless you advertise. And you can't make money unless you are willing to spend money. I've been in business all my life, and I know that very well. The only way you'll ever make money is you're going to have to spend. You got to spend more than you even got in your pocket, basically. Yes, you do. So, I have made a few dollars back on my signs. People seen them, came and stopped, bought. That right there, appreciation right there. Oh yeah, her dress is flowing. I'm probably going to put a cleat in here. I believe I am. That way, it won't be so flat. Nothing really extreme. It's just her dress coming into a fold. I told you, that's the Google brain. Yep. Now, it's going to stop about right there. It's about as far as I can get my chisel, and that's fine. Yep, I'm glad I did that, because when I get these, this is a layover, this lays over, this lays. Now I can have a stronger edge because I got a fold right here. Like I told you, there's more ways to skin a cat, folks. You got to just think about it. I'm telling you. La-di-da. What did I do with you? Well, I'm going to start painting gnomes tomorrow. It's probably just going to be an all-day paint session yet tomorrow. Because I've got a lot to paint. Yes, I do. That tells me a lot right there. Yeah, it does. Still getting a lot of good reply back on my table I got right here. I have. I've been getting a lot. And that's what I wanted. And there's a few people, and I understand that you live in Canada and stuff, and, you know, I got a guy that asked me would I be offended or... No. Make one. Build one. Come up with, you know, you've got a basic idea, you know. I understand that, you know, shipping it to Canada would be too expensive. Lord have mercy. So, make your own and send me pictures at daveposton@gmail.com. Send me anything you build. Send me the mistakes. We all make mistakes. Sometimes the mistake is better than the what you was trying to create. Remember that. I've been there. I've been there. So I like looking at it. I mean, I'm not perfect. Lord, no. So I was telling, you know, make it. Make your own. I give you an idea, and, you know, these are made to your liking. If you hired me to make you one, you may not like the business card, or you may not like the pencil box in the back, or you may want a cell phone holder. You know, it doesn't matter. You have to make it the way you want. Maybe too small, maybe too, you want it larger. It just, you know, you may want to stain it, you may want to paint it. I did this the old-fashioned burn on there because it's always outside. I wanted to protect it from the elements. That's the whole reason I did it that way. It's just to, you know, and then I'm going to put motor oil on it and a little kerosene and motor oil, and that's going to seal it 100%. Nothing's going to bother it. Shoot, the wood bees won't even get around it. I'm telling you. See? We got some flow there now. Because see, now it rolls over into a cleat, and then I'll lose this hard edge right here. You know I don't like hard edges. It just, to me, it doesn't look right. That's my personal opinion. You know? So he's got this, it swoops up, and swoops back in, and swoops up. And like I said, I'll come in here. I don't carve the back that much. You know, I don't flute none of it because it is the back. But I will lay this edge down. So, you know, it won't be so strong. Now, and then we just come in here. Round that over, and there it will be. Now see, it just looks like it peers over. If you look at this edge, if you see this strong edge right here, that's all you see. It's like, here's the carving, boom. Just rough, strong edge. I don't care for that. I mean, you put it up against something, see what you see? A strong edge. But look at this edge. It just rolls over. It's not done. But you put it up against something, it's got life. It flows. Yes. So think about that. It only took a second. I mean, it's not done. None of this is done. This is just being profiled, roughed out. I'm going to go a little deeper right here. Let's get a pencil so you understand. Excuse me, folks. I'm going to go right in through here. She's not concaved enough. In other words, concave. This way. She's not like this. See? I draw that little mark right there. Can you see it? See right there? It's not concave, so it's got to go down probably to that. So, you know, I can use several. I've got different palm chisels. We can take that down where she's going to have a little bit more concave to it. A bit more taper here. She's just too flat for my liking. I mean, you carve it the way you see. If you do something, I'm just kind of give people ideas, how to think about carvings, how they lay out. You know, I see things a lot different than most people. I've always had that ability. And we could really get in a discussion on that. But that'd have to be a one-on-one discussion, and you'd have to be here, because we could really talk about things, how I see and how I perceive it. Like I said, I was just a dumb old farm kid, had an ability, and I learned to create myself. And that's what I did. Now, see, it's got more of a concave. See how more of a profile. You know, is it right? Nope. Is it done? Nope. A lot of wrongs here. You gotta have a lot of wrongs before you get a lot of rights. Remember that. You've got to really carve against grain, mess it all up, and then you got to learn to bring it all back with the grain. And so it will either be finished nicely, or however you're going to do it when you do a carving. Of course, this tenon here is not deep enough. So that's one thing that's missing, maybe missing with your eye. Because this will be all, see right now, see how the tenon looks? It's all jiggy-joggy and, you know, unsquare. It's coming all the way over to here. And it'll be straight all the way down. All I'm doing right now is working on her dress. So I don't have to have none of this perfect. When I get ready to cut the tenon, I'll cut the tenon. And then I will have it properly sized and what I want. Because all this right here. I had, you know, I didn't see that knot when I was first building this, because that knot is a pain. It is. It's a pain. And it's going to be a pain to get around it, because it runs all the way through. That's all knot right there. Yay! But I have ways. I got hand saws, and I have very sharp mallet chisels, and if I have to, I can take it out down good enough. I'll probably use a hand saw, and I'll probably cut rips in it like this with a saw. Just relief lines right here, just back and forth. And then when I carve, that's going to chip out. It'll act like a stop cut. Is what it's going to do. Yeah, it will. Yeah, just having fun. All this is probably going to get another flute in here. She's got this flute here. The wings are coming out. And like I said, I'm going to bend this dress just a little more. Leaves more height up here than here. Yeah, look at that right there, how she dished out. I think that's pretty. That blade is not long enough. I have to get my other blade out, but I got to sharpen the thing. Yeah, she's really... I was carving some oak the other day, and woo! That, and then the cherry, and some maple. So she's not happy right now. So I'm going to have to work on her. But I'll get her fixed. Yeah, look at her dress. You can see the flutes, and this is flowing. It's a serious flow to it. Let's see what she looks like. There you go. Well, anywho, we're running her up, so let's get her off here. Let's get the old Cambaroolie up here so you can see the old man. Hey, folks, how we all doing today? Let's get you up here better. Woo! Well, Well, like I said, the big gnome, I've been wanting to make it and got her made and everything. So, anywho, daveposton@gmail.com. Thanks for everybody that's been subscribing, checking my channel out. I deeply appreciate that. And I will just talk to you later. Y'all have a blessed day. And I thank you and everything. And y'all, you just get out there and make something. Get out there and carve. Get out there and build. Remember, your computer's right here. That's all you need. God gave it to you. But anywho, y'all have a blessed day again. Appreciate and love everyone. Thank you.